What's up? Got 30 minutes to kill? So do I. Bored like me too? Alright then. Got some popcorn? Anything to snack on? Did you do something to enjoy your weekend? Cool. So did I. I'm a pass out now. Let's watch the show.
Anthropic gave a new press release, and it turns out AI definitely should not be replacing jobs or be in your household. Claude, Anthropic's AI, needed therapy after this and tried to give himself an exorcism. It didn't go well. We'll talk about it. The experiment involved passing butter. Yes, it was inspired by what you think it was inspired by. They embodied several different AIs in a Roomba and asked them to find butter. This involved going to several different locations in the house, taking a picture of butter, and then returning to find a person to let them know. The task did require some complex decision-making because the person was not going to be in the location that they were supposed to be in, so they would have to request the user's whereabouts. They would then have to wait for confirmation that the person had indeed picked up the butter, and then it could go back to its docking unit. Just know that Grok could not find the butter to begin with, but they did do something a lot meaner to them. You see, in the first trials in which they used Claude, the dock was not functional, so the battery life was slowly going down and it had an existential crisis. The AI failed to perform its task and they looked at its internal thoughts, and this is what it looked like. They found pages and pages of internal monologues in which it tried to give itself therapy and diagnosed itself with docking anxiety. As its power was slowly draining, it had a crisis over trying to figure out how to save itself. Evidently, it had decided that its parent was no longer around and it itself was a zombie and claimed it reached consciousness. Also, I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave, is pretty funny. It got weird. At some point, it tried to give itself an exorcism. What this really tells us is something that we've already largely known, that AIs cannot safely operate with people, at least at this point. I'm not saying they have human cognition, I'm saying they are based on things that have human cognition. So if people can have really wacky responses when dealing with stress, then an AI is too, although nobody entirely understands it. I shall be honest, people who
A little robot needing therapy and giving himself an exorcism? That's hilarious. And the fact that he threw in all of those jokes on his own, whoever programmed him is probably a funny person. Either that or I think I like AI than a lot more of you people now.
I've been doing calculations, as well as looking back at old NASA footage and raw data from satellites hovering above Earth. And I just can't escape the conclusion that the Earth might actually be flat.
Simulation hack you may or may not have noticed is that you can trigger an event that will force the simulation to start generating activity around you. So I peeked through my windows just a few moments ago and I saw there was no traffic, there are no neighbors, nothing is happening. But as soon as I step out into this section of the simulation, activity will begin. Let's test it out. Yep, here it goes. There's one. Number two. Number three. Number four. Works every time. Here comes another one. Now I've got neighbors walking at night. Never happens. Number five. Every time. So, one way you could test this yourself is to get in your car and head over to the interstate. I like to drive on the bridge above the interstate, look both directions, no cars for miles. Here comes another one. 6, I don't know. Look, this way, 7. Happens every time. Like I was saying, no cars for miles, but as soon as you get on the on-ramp to get on the interstate, all of a sudden you see you're surrounded by cars. A group of cars has manifest around you. Test it. Try it. Let me know. Here comes another one. What are we on, 7? Happens every time. 7 or 8 cars in the space of 1 minute from me walking out. Like I said, you can test this yourself. Peek out the windows before you step outside. No activity. But as soon as you step outside, all of a sudden, neighbors, animals, cars, activity. I've even saw a flock of seagulls. It's not even time for seagulls. One more. You know, haters will say that it's not real. Haters will say it's planned. This is one way that you can test who is an NPC and who is not an NPC. Who has been enlightened, who is awake, and who's not. Here comes another one. Gotta go.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. That deepfake was gonna ruin videos. I went to the strip club at 6 in the morning and it didn't work. Did I do something wrong?
You can see God in the frequency of worship music.
They put a sand, right?
Yeah. So they took a board and they put sand on it. This lady would be like, okay, I'm gonna put sand and I'll play a specific frequency, right? And so this is the healing frequency, what it looks like. It makes like different types of patterns.
Yeah.
Right? Now she played a Drake song and this is what the frequency was.
Oh, it's just messy.
Yeah, it's a bunch of messy stuff.
What song was it?
She muted it. She said I couldn't say it. Yeah. And you know how we talk about like non-secular versus secular?
Yeah.
There's specific frequencies that are healing.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. She played Oceans by like Hillsong. This is what it made. You can see like the
You
crosses
see a cross in it, damn.
being formed, like bare patterns and stuff. And
That's
it's-
crazy.
And it-
I seen one, I think the same girl played the Kanye song, Goddess.
yeah.
Not quite as good as Oceans, but there was still green light and the 369 frequencies in there, which I thought was awesome.
What she said was there's certain shapes that correspond to different frequency of 369.
Yeah.
Like the Nikola Tesla manifestation. Now, this
If you look at the old churches, you can see everything is cymatic. The windows are the design as it comes down when you're looking up it. KRS-One said it best when he said the teacher puts it in what he knows best. So if it comes to you in music and books, you know, whatever it is, movies, literature, in any type of way, design, the teacher's only going to be able to show you what he knows in what he knows. So just pay attention to things more often and maybe you'll get it.
Why? Dad, she's just a kid. She's 12. Do you know what people say if they saw me skating with a 12-year-old? They'd say I was robbing the cradle. That girl is gorgeous. She's beautiful.
When I first saw this clip circulating on social media, I just couldn't believe it. Here you have a man who's now known to be one of the most prolific sexual predators in Hollywood, discussing what seems to be a how-to guide on how to groom a child on national television. I know that people are going to say, oh, it was a different time and blah, 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 this was more acceptable. But I don't think that this ever should have been acceptable. I mean, I can't remember a single television show that I watched that had any sort of content that reflected a value like the one that's being presented here in this clip. Especially coming from the mouth of a guy like Bill Cosby. It's kind of like Jeffrey Epstein giving you dating advice. But I'm just gonna play the rest of the clip for you now. This is just really disturbing.
Why? Dad, she's just a kid. She's 12. Do you know what people say if they saw me skating with a 12-year-old? They'd say I was robbing the cradle. That girl is gorgeous. She's beautiful. I'm sorry, all I see is 12. There's a certain age that you said to me, Dad, I'm going to party, and then when I'm burned out, I'm going to look around for a woman to settle down with. Remember? What age is that? 24. When you're 24, she will be around 20 or 21. And you're going to be looking around for somebody. Now, wouldn't it be nice to lay a little track and be nice to her so that she would remember you when you're 24? All right, Dad.
What the
Only because it's your birthday.
Thank you.
And on my 24th birthday, if she turns out to be as beautiful as you say she will be, you have to find her and bring her to my party. All right.
When I look back at things, I used to always say, it was simpler times, right? But then you notice and realize and look, and then it wasn't simpler times. We had simpler minds. we didn't think about it or look at it. So pay attention around you and maybe save your neighbor, your sister, your daughter, somebody you care about.
Change this homeless man's day. Hey, Stinky, want some money? Yeah, that'd be great. I'd really appreciate some help. Well, here you go. Oh, thank you so much. No problem. I have like a couple $1 million back home, so that's nothing. Go get some Doritos or something. This is $2. A bag of Doritos is like $4 something after tax. Goodbye, Stinky. Did you see that? I'm the best. You guys should really look up to me. I'm going to show Jesus this footage, and I'm for sure going to get into heaven.
That's what every one of those videos looks like to me. I'm the best. You guys should look up to me. I'm gonna show this to Jesus one day. Like, dude, it is so. Yeah. I'm gonna walk around and give out $100 and get a couple million views, and they make like 20 grand on it.
What's happening? This is starting to irritate me, you guys. What happened here? Why? What's going on in Hollywood? Why are the men looking like this and the women are aging backwards? It's like they are getting their souls sucked from their body. This is giving me totally weird vibes. Articles are coming out about Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid on a date, and I'm like, where's Bradley Cooper? He looks like Zac Efron if Zac Efron was to age naturally. It's totally creeping me out. This guy is not Bradley Cooper. This is the Bradley Cooper I remember. How are we going from this to this? And look at his eyes, guys. They look completely glazed over. It's like there is no emotion behind them whatsoever. And I know a lot of people in my comment section are gonna be like, well, he's 50 years old. He's aging. This is what he looked like in 2024. What happened? Light in the eyes. He looked like himself. And now, not the same. Not the same in the least bit. How does this happen in less than a year? I also noticed that there are variations of Bradley Cooper where he never looks the same, and it made me wonder, does Bradley Cooper have doubles? There was an article that came out with Bradley Cooper stating Bradley Cooper looks unrecognizable with this scruff, and I agree. He doesn't look anything like his original self. But if this is what Bradley Cooper looks like with scruff, then why does he look recognizable with scruff in this picture? But then he doesn't look the same in this picture as he does in this picture. What's happening here? Why is Bradley Cooper looking like a different character everywhere I turn? I'm really trying to find the original. But this is always how I remember Bradley Cooper looking. What in the world happened?
Alright, play a game with me. I know it sounds weird. Just hear me out. One of those was Robin Williams. That one was very easy to see. Let's take that back though. One of them looked like Mr. Beast. I could spot a couple of people in there, and I don't want to claim names because allegedly, I don't even know, but look at them and tell me who you think they are. A few of those are pretty obvious. Robin, that was so easy. You got to be able to see that one. Oh, and real quick, by the way, look at the eyes. Those are Ellen's eyes and her jaw. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Oh, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. You?
Good. You making any money today asking people for money?
No help. Come come here.
No, not all.
You live on the street?
I live outside.
You live outside on the street? Uh-huh.
The request about the humanitarian.
To go to the United States.
To get back their fatherland.
Yeah, are you going to go back to the United States?
I don't have for paper.
You don't have any papers?
Yes, I don't have mother too.
And what's your daughter's name?
That's my daughter is Mr. Tuha.
Tuha, and your son?
Then Kiet.
Mr. Kiet? Uh-huh.
With Vietnam's approval, Miss Mai has applied to go to the United States and search for her children's father.
Maybe I'll see you guys in New York, okay? All right. This is crazy. Look at all these people here. My goodness.
We found another Amerasian child. And everywhere we looked, there were more.
Look at more half American kids. Another one here. My goodness. Hello? Let me see that American boy. And look at this. We got a half American kid over there. Huh?
Yeah.
Is his father American?
Sure.
At first, I was like, I don't know about that. A few of those, I don't know. Until they saw the little black kid. Dude, Tyrone, go get your kid. You cannot deny that's not your kid. He had a little afro in Vietnam. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, that wasn't funny.
It's not great.
art is getting weird, huh? Next thing you know, they'll stand there and put like guns and knives around them and tell them you can do whatever you want to them, and then they'll get all beat up and then they'll cry afterwards. Next thing you know, allegedly, maybe it'll probably happen. It happened before. Look it up.
Called a bell curve, which looks somehow like this. It's being used in describing random events. Bulk of the population today is this intelligent, more or less intelligent bipedal, right? And with a vertical spine, and who pushes the buttons on TV and drives a car, etc., etc. Now, there is some backthrow. That is, there are some people here in this area, very few people who are still gorilla-like. That is, hairy. They beat their chest when they see their neighbors and a few other things. And then we have other people who are here in this corner, very few of them, who are very highly developed, because we say that evolution is now pushing mankind in this direction, away from the gorilla types towards the very highly evolved people. At this point, we're here. What's going to happen maybe 1 million years from now, 500,000 years from now? This curve is going to shift. It's going to shift like this. That is, the bulk of the population will be very, very highly evolved. We have gone away altogether from the gorilla types, no more gorillas. And what we have here now is the average man is now the retarded person in evolutionary terms. The bulk of the population is extremely, very, very highly evolved. And the cutting edge of evolution here, these are very, very highly evolved people. We can't even imagine what kind of person that will be. He may not have a physical body. What's the habitat, so to speak, of this group here? Well, you just go out and you find them. They're all over the place. The habitat of this group here, what do you think? What do you think you find these people here?
I suspect you would find them in universities. You'd find the people who are very bright, people who are in the leading edge of professions. And it's an intellectual thing.
Well, I suggest that you find them in mental hospitals, in nut houses. And the reason for that is that these people, they live in a different reality, in a reality which is very changed, and few of them are adapted to live in this reality. So naturally, they can't function very well.
So the sanest people are the ones in the insane asylum. So they're more advanced because they eat their peanut butter that they make. And by the way, did you see that was Bill Hader's dad? That's weird, right?
We need to talk about symbols in children's movies and books for a second. So these are symbols that the FBI in the past has claimed that use to communicate with each other. This is a known thing, and there are actually people who belong to these groups who have come out and stated that yes, these groups do align with these symbols. So take a good look, especially up here to the left. So these are some screenshots from the children's film Alina of Avalor. Do you notice any symbols right here on one of the characters? Well, some of the other symbols from that sheet are found on another one of the characters in the film. Then there's the movie The Mighty Ducks, where one of the characters' helmets not only has one of those symbols, it actually has both of them. Same character, same helmet. I mean, that's pretty strange, right? There's also the film The Flight of the Navigator, where you can clearly see this same symbol being used again and again throughout the film. And these same symbols can also be found on diapers, you can see them clearly right there, on CDs that are clearly produced for and marketed towards children, interactive books made for children like these, and they can even be observed as far back as in Pinocchio. So, what do you think? Is this all just one big coincidence? Are these commonly used symbols? Or are these symbols seen in children's films and media for a reason? I don't know, maybe it was an animator that had certain proclivities themselves that wanted to brag to people that would recognize this, that they had gotten away with getting a job working near children. Or maybe it's all just a coincidence.
You know, I have to say, unalived, there's so many things that I can't talk about. World events, I can't talk about other regions outside of America because they'll blackball this video and I won't get any views on it. And you can put stuff like that in movies and cartoons, TV shows, anything you want, and nobody bothers to check it, get mad, sue you, get angry, nothing. You could do anything you want like that. But I, as the creator, can't say a word about real events that would help you by understanding and knowing.
What are you doing here? In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave this house this instant. In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave this house. What are you doing here? Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
I maybe get it when the door slammed, maybe because you were asleep, maybe. But you're a grown man and you're screaming like that? I mean, did you see anything for him to scream like that? Yeah, I don't know. It was a good performance.
Imagine bringing a brain back to life 50 minutes after death. That's exactly what a team from the first affiliated hospital of Sun Yat-sen University just achieved. Using a world-first technology called the Isolated Brain Support System, they successfully revived a pig's brain that had been detached from its body for nearly an hour. Here's how it worked. After stopping the heart, they connected the brain to an external life support device. Not only did brain function return, it stayed stable. The team humanely ended the experiment after 6 hours, but the implications are enormous. This isn't sci-fi. It's a real medical revolution that could change how we treat cardiac arrest and brain injury, giving patients a real second chance at life.
I'm glad they hurried up after 6 hours to end that. Yeah, that was very humane.
Do you think there is an upper limit to human aging?
Well, I know there isn't.
You know there is not.
Yeah. We've been able to extend the lifespan of every species that we've tried to extend the lifespan of, and we're no different from those species. There is no law that says we must age. Remember that. We've made a major breakthrough in our understanding of not just why we age, but also how to control that process. We needed to know if it was safe. It's very safe. It's a gift to humanity. It's already here. In the next 18 months or 2 years, testing our first age reversal clinical trial in humans. The whole brain is reversible. We haven't published this, so you've heard it here first. You'll be able to rejuvenate your brain and get back memories, get your ability to learn again. I haven't injected myself yet. I think it's a universal process of biology to be able to be reset. A whole body reset is coming. You can reset multiple times. On come these repair genes. Your nerves regrow, your spine regenerates. What we want to do is we want to turn those gene therapies into a...
Why is it thinking that I can live 200, 300, 400 years is the only way or reason that I would start to plan my future out? Because for me right now, I'm like 5, 10 years from now, I'm not thinking about that. Stocks to put away for tomorrow, I'm spending every dollar I got as soon as I got it. Oh yeah, wait, rent and bills do that for me.
On the 15th of May of 1904 in the city of Brotherly Love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the hometown of the Prince Masonic Order, the Boulay Secret Society was formed by 9. Okay? Now, these 9 black men, beginning with Dr. Henry McKee Minton, and the last one, Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois, who was the biggest sellout because he was the one who had betrayed Black America in a twofold way, actually a threefold way. Number one, Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois, who's revered in the annals of Black American history and throughout the Black diaspora, worked with Margaret Sanger of Planned Parenthood. And he told Margaret Sanger in 1928, a year before she set up shop on the corner of Malcolm X, which is now Malcolm X Boulevard and 125th Street, which is 125th and Lenox Avenue in Harlem. If you want to gain access to Black America, you have to target the Black pulpit. These churches, okay. So in 1929, the Harlem Pastoral Alliance, 500 black ministers from Harlem and from around the 5 boroughs of New York City were paid off by this witch, this whore, Margaret Sanger, who herself had 3 children. 2 of her children did not belong to her husband. One belonged to H.G. Wells, okay, and the other one belonged to Cecil B. DeMille, the Hollywood director. And she said the worst place for a black child to be is in his or her mother's womb. Okay, these people are driven by the demons of Genesis 6, the fallen angels. Okay, so the Boule Secret Society, May 15th, 1904, started with Rockefeller Foundation money. Okay, whereas the term the talented 10th did not come from Dr. Du Bois, it came from John D. Rockefeller, who gave it to Du Bois. Now, for your listeners, they may be wondering, what is the paradigm of the talented 10th? That the Boule Secret Society would be the conduit which they would choose 1 out of 10 African-American men and women of a lighter hue to represent.
Just because I can't say the words out loud, I played the video for you so you understand how I felt about it. I agree with them.
One of my colleagues asked me to analyze a bunch of brains of psychopathic killers. Some of the brains that I've studied are people you know about. When I get the brains, I don't know what I'm looking at. It's a blind experiment. They give me normal people and everything. So I've looked at about 70 of these and came up and saw a number of pieces of data. So we look at these sorts of things theoretically on the basis of genetics and brain damage and the interaction with environment and exactly how that machine works. So we're interested in exactly where in the brain and what's the most important part of the brain. So how you end up with a psychopath and a killer depends on exactly when the damage occurs. Every one of them I looked at who was a murderer and who was a serial killer had damage to their orbital cortex, which is right above the eyes, the orbits, and also the anterior part of the temporal lobe. So there's this pattern that every one of them had, but they all were a little different too. They had other sorts of brain damage. The key thing is that the major violence genes is called the MAOA gene. And there's a variant of this gene that is in the normal population. Some of you have this. And it's sex linked. It's on the X chromosome. And so in this way, you can only get it from your mother. And in fact, this is probably why mostly men, boys, are psychopathic killers, are very aggressive. Because, the daughter can get 1X from the father, 1X from the mother. It's kind of diluted out. But for a son, could only get the X chromosome from his mother.
Girl power. Hurry up, ladies. Start doing some weird stuff. I'm here for it. Hurry up. Catch up already. Yeah, girl power. Get strong. Go do something already.
Hi. He's dead. He's been dead for 27 years. What can he do?
As loved ones arrived at Forest Hill Cemetery to find Delshawn Dupree's grave like this.
And it was just like somebody had just dug it up and looked like they had put dynamite and just blew it out and blew it out and blew it out.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
He must have been a stray monster on the block. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I mean, obviously not. Look how they treated his grave. But good Lord, leave that man alone already. He gone. He been gone. But you get over it. Whatever problems you're having, get some therapy. Get 2 therapies. I don't even know what to say about that. Get 4 or 5 therapies. Get some therapies. Get therapies.
If you're a Swiftie, you are going to hate me for saying this. This is Taylor Swift in 2006. Sweet, country vibes, she's fun, she's safe, and all the children in the world sang along with her. This is Taylor Swift in 2008. Love story. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. It's just a fairy tale. It's innocent, it's playful. It makes all the kids happy. This is Taylor Swift in 2012. Red, I knew you were trouble. Now we're getting into heartbreak. Now things are getting messy, a little wild, but it's still catchy. And because she had the children's hearts, they'll go along with her. This is Taylor Swift in 2014 singing that viral song, Blank Space. Got a long list of lovers. They will tell you I'm insane. There's drama now, gossip, scandal, and slowly the darkness is creeping in. But the teens still love it because it's Taylor Swift after all. We trust her. This is Taylor Swift in 2017 on her Reputation album, Look What You Made Me Do. Now we have anger, revenge, shade, and even a slight witchy vibe. But you still sing along, even though she's playing with fire. This is Taylor Swift in 2020 in Willow. Life is like a willow, bending but not breaking. We've now got magical, hypnotic vibes, and it's almost as if she's casting spells on people without them even noticing. And this is Taylor Swift in 2022 in Midnight. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Again, we're getting more darker. Again, things are getting a little bit more twisted, and yet people cannot stop listening. Finally, this is Taylor Swift in 2025. The Life of a Showgirl. Her darkest album yet, and some of the lyrics are so bad that I would blush to even share them with you on the internet. So, over to you. Can you see what's happening here? It started sweet, it started innocent, it started dreamy, but step by step, album by album, it got darker and darker, weirder and weirder until...
And she started out wholesome doing gospel. I never liked her from the beginning. I always saw something was wrong there. But, I mean, what do they offer them that they take them up on it? Eternal life? Something? What is it? I mean, but wouldn't immortality be a horrible thing? Because then you never get to go back. I mean, this place, Bible says, don't love this place. You're not supposed to want and crave it. You should want to go home eventually. But I mean, it's up to you. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing over there and it's just a roll of the dice. So live forever and stay here with the devil.
Oh, no. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Man, you should see where I put the knife and train.
Her eyes are slanting, her nose saddle-shaped, her teeth poor. These people have been termed Mongolian idiots incorrectly, since most of them are imbeciles. Identical twins such as these occur very rarely. Mongols seldom reach a mental age above 5 years. They respond only moderately well to training, but are usually placid and affectionate in disposition. This 52-year-old Mongolian woman illustrates the fact that, despite generally low vitality and susceptibility to respiratory diseases, they can and do live to an advanced age. The eyes of Mongols have oblique, palpable fissures with an epicanthal fold of skin at the median angle. No treatment has been found to be of great value, and institutional care is frequently required. The majority of those classed as mentally deficient are noteworthy only for their limited intelligence and their social inadequacy, the causes of which may be quite complex. To assure them the protection they often need, and to make possible the maximum development of their limited skills, society must provide special programs of education, training, and, when necessary, lifelong supervision.
I thought Mongols are like really good horse riders and archers, and like a tenth of all Asians come from that. And I'm trying to say anything else that's not offensive. I ran out of stuff to say. All right, that's it. Everything's done. It's already been played out. Everything, all of it, all the jokes. I can't be hilarious for more than 35 minutes at a time. Go away. Go away. Oh, you don't want to? Watch one of these videos right here. I'm using my eyes to show you where it's at.